Hi there. This is going to be our first session together. You've seen the introductory video. You'll know my name already. My name is Dr. Christopher Job, but just call me Chris. And I'm going to be your instructor, walking you through the electronic courses that the Faculty of Sociology and Anthropology at Thammasat University have got me to prepare. And I've had a great time preparing these, and I really hope that you will enjoy walking through this material as much as I have enjoyed preparing it. So, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be going through the first part of the course outline. And all of this material that you see behind me is done in a program called Xmind. And in addition to me making available a PDF version of the course outline, I'm going to be also making the original Xmind version available for you. And I really do encourage you to try these new programs, these new teaching and research skills, research programs. Try using them, okay? They are going to revolutionize your life. Okay, so the main objective in this video is to provide you a general introduction to the electronic courses that you will be taking. There are 2 electronic courses, and 2 of them are innovative and experiential. But before we start the course, I want to do a general introduction to how we are going to be learning. So the fancy word for this is pedagogical approach. How are we going to be learning? There are all sorts of ways that you can learn, and there are all sorts of ways that teachers and lecturers, right from Anupan through to university, how they teach. But I want to introduce to you the way that I am going to be teaching this material. The first and most important point that needs to be made is that the 2 courses that I will be teaching, the first is an introduction to ethnographic research methods, and the second is going to be a course looking at ethnic studies, ethnicity, with a particular interest in Thailand and wider mainland Southeast Asia. These are, what I've done is I've prepared a curated collection of specifically electronic resources. This is an electronic course, and so of course it makes sense in an electronic course to be using electronic resources. And I have curated all of the electronic material, initially at least, on a Google Drive. And I have got a series of YouTube videos. And before we do that, why don't I just take you to the Google Drive, and I'll press on this icon here. And if you were to download the Xmind file, you would have a hyperlink to this. This is the central repository of absolutely all of the electronic resources that I have pulled together to help you as an e-learner make the most of this course. I will show you the specific elements of this Google Drive, the specific folders, a bit later on. So everything is stored, everything is contained in the Google Drive. Next we go to the YouTube channel. As you all know, you've probably got a Gmail account, and when you have a Gmail account, you have Google Drive storage, and of course you don't have to make that available to everyone. You can give links to the whole drive or specific folders or files to anyone you like, and you'll be provided access to these. But also, if you have a Google Drive, you're able to open a YouTube channel. And I'm going to be talking a bit about the reasons for me curating a YouTube channel, but let's just have a look at this. So this is the YouTube channel that I have opened for the faculty, and you will see a number of playlists that I have prepared, documentaries about anthropologists, interviews with anthropologists, specific Malinowski and Margaret Mead, some short videos on research methods, and a collection of presentation from Thai studies specialists. This is an important part of the course, and my main objective in curating these videos is to be able to link videos with reading. You may have had the experience of being designated something to read and finding the experience of reading an article or a book in English so terribly intimidating and terribly difficult that you go onto YouTube and you try and find something by the author to help you get an idea of the concepts that they are writing about in this book. So I have a, if you can't beat them, join them approach. And what I'll be doing is I'll be linking quality YouTube content, particularly documentaries and lectures and conference presentations by academics, with reading by them. So let's go to the next point. So on the Google Drive, we have a number of things. We have readings, we have ebooks, we have articles and book chapters. The other thing that I have included on this is an EndNote library which will allow you to effortlessly cite all of the books and the articles when you come to be writing your paper. And I will be talking about the importance of this program called EndNote at some other stage. I have also, in addition to providing individual articles in the folder, I have prepared a list of topical readers. Topical readers bring a number of book chapters, encyclopedia articles, dictionary articles together into one PDF, and this is a very, very useful way of providing everything that students need to get to grips with new concepts and new skills in one PDF. It's like an edited volume, but for teaching purposes, a very, very powerful and convenient way for you to be going through your course reading. And I'm going to be talking a lot about the importance of reading. What I've also done, and this is an experiment, this is after all an experimental electronic course, and what I have done is I have digitized some of the more important and interesting books which you, as a non-native speaker of English, may be a bit intimidated in reading yourself. And so what I've done is I have provided audio versions of these books. And so what you can do is you can download an audio file from the folder, and then you can go back up to the folder where you can download the article or the book. You can open the audio file on your phone. You can open it in iTunes or whatever you use to listen to MP3s. And as you are listening to the book, you can be reading it as well. So even as a native speaker of English, I regularly will digitize a book that I'm wanting to read. I can take a book which is about 150, 200 pages, and I can listen to that in about 5 hours, primarily because the speed at which I can listen to English may be faster than you. A very, very powerful way for non-native speakers of English and readers of English to begin to read. First and foremost, both of the courses that I'll be teaching are courses of directed reading. The difference between animated, fulfilled, engaged, excited students and frustrated students are often the ability of both of these to read. So this is a course of directed reading first and foremost. Absolutely all of the content that I'll be producing will either be introducing readings of selected articles, readings of monographs, directing students to reference books where they are able to make sure that they understand key concepts. It is a course of directed reading. And so in terms of hours of me talking to camera, there may not be as much as you are used to. So that's the bad news. The good news is that primarily the place for you to go for information are books and articles. You go to libraries, and we'll be talking a lot about libraries. Directed reading, we're going to be as I said before, reading is going to be linked to video content for the purposes of encouraging, not substituting, reading. And again, audio versions of some required and directed reading will be provided to encourage students to read more than they have in the past. Okay, so what I'll be doing later in a separate series of videos is going to be teaching some important study and IT skills. This is an important part of my pedagogical approach to teaching this course. So I think that will probably do for now. We'll keep these videos short. When we come back next, I will be talking a bit more about what you need to know about these two electronic courses. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time. Thanks very much.